Pokemon Attack of Mewtwo by Dark-lemur. This is dark fic. It has many dark themes, and death and violence. Do not read unless you want to. Wake up, Sarah, said Sarah's mom. Sarah was Pokemon trainer, who was 13 years old with black hair and nice smile and really pretty. Okay, Mom, said Sarah, and she remembered that she was old enough for Pokemon Journey because Pokemon League changed age, that trainers could leave home, and Sarah went to see Professor Oak. Hi, Oak, said Sarah, and Oak told Sarah that he had only one Pokemon left. It is Eevee, said Oak, and Sarah said it was her favorite, and Oak gave her her Pokeball, and Sarah let Pokemon out. Eevee, said the Eevee. It is so kawaii, said Sarah. It is Japanese for cute, okay? How many times do I have to read that fucking word? Sarah walked out of Labradori, and suddenly Mewtwo. Who are you? Asked Sarah. I am Mewtwo, and I hate Pokemon trainers, and I will explode Oak's laboratory, so that no one can be trainer. No, said Sarah. Why do you want to explode Lab? Because humans are evil, said Mewtwo. No, Mewtwo, you are evil, said Sarah, and then Mewtwo blew up Lab anyway. No, said Sarah, and saw Oak was dead, and was Gary. No, why did you do this, Mewtwo? You are evil, said Sarah. Shut up, or I will explode your head, said Mewtwo, but Sarah not listen, and Mewtwo shat Sichik at her.
Ooh, nasty.
Now she is dead, said Mewtwo, and flew away, but Sarah was not dead, and blacked out, and so was Eve. Then Sarah woke up and saw that Mewtwo was gone, and was sad and sad. Mewtwo, I will take revenge on you for exploding Oak's lab, and decided to train Eevee to become stronger than Mewtwo, even though Mewtwo was legend dry, and so her Pokemon journey begun. Chapter 2. Author's note. Thanks for reviews, everyone. The reason Sarah got Eevee is because Oak was breeding them, okay? And Mewtwo had God reason for acting OOC. Here is next chapter. Sarah was tired and angry and sad and trained hard to defeat Mewtwo. Eve was getting stronger. BC. She was fighting wild Pokemon and doing good. Then a trainer. Hey, do you want a battle? Sure, the other trainer was hot and looked like 13-year-old Zac Efron. Other trainer said, Go Ralts! And then there was Ralts. What Pokemon is that? Asked Sarah. Ralts, said the other trainer. That was fighting Sarah. And Ralts saw that Sarah was nice person. BC, it read her emotions. Like nice book, but still wanted to fight her. Ralts confusion, said boy trainer. Eevee, dodge and tackle, said Sarah. And Eevee dodged confusion and used tackle. Ralts used confusion, said trainer. And Eevee didn't dodge it this time. Sarah told Eevee to use tackle, and Eevee did, and Eevee got critical hit. Ralts return, said other trainer. You're good. So are Ow, said Sarah. I am Jake, sad trainer. I am Sarah, said Sarah. Oh, I had forgotten. Mewtwo explode Oak's lab, she said. Oak's lab, no, replied Jake. Why are you not tell me this? I am trained to defeat Mewtwo, yelled Sarah. Mewtwo is legend dry. You can't. Fight him on your own. You will need help. Let me join you. Okay, said Sarah. We should catch Pokemon, said Lake. And they saw Pokemon, and they caught them. Suddenly, Mewtwo teleported there. You again, said Mewtwo. I thought I killed you along with the res of Lab. Sarah and Jake were scared because their Pokemon were weakened, and Mewtwo was strong, and smart, and tough. Mewtwo raised hand, but then another Mewtwo appeared. What? Said Sarah. What? Said Jake. What? Said the first Mewtwo. The new Mewtwo looked at other Mewtwo and said, You have killed humans and ruined my good name. You will pay, clone. Author's note. Done, done, done. Chapter 3. Author's note. Because of confusing evil, Mewtwo will be called Mew3 from now on. And I know now the title doesn't make sense, but too bad! Mewtwo and Mew3 faxed each other. Mewtwo shot shadow balls at Mew3, and Mew3 dodged balls, and laughed. You are inferior clone, Mewtwo. Now I will kill you for trying to stop me from wiping out human race. Ha ha. Who are you? Asked Mewtwo. I am Mew3, and humans made me from your genetics. But I hate humans. No! Shouted Mewtwo. How dare you use my genetics? It's my genetic, not yours. Suddenly, a clone army came out from behind Mew3. It is the attack of the clones, said Sarah, and Mewtwo teleported them to lab. Where is this? Asked Jake. I once tried to kill humans too, said Mewtwo. But now I use my science for good. I can't fight clone army alone. You must help me. Mewtwo used genetics on their Pokemon, and they evolved and become stronger than normal Pokemon, except for Sarah's Eevee, which could evolve into any evolution whenever she wanted, then turn back. The Eevee was also pink and blue, instead of brown and wit. Now you are ready to fight Mew3, said Mewtwo, and then Jake turned on television and saw that clone army was already killing humans, and Jake was mad. We have to stop the clones, said Jake, and Mewtwo teleported them to the city where the clone Pokemon were attacking. But Mew3 wasn't there, and it made them mad. I will find Mew3, said Mewtwo, and Mewtwo teleported and left them to fight clones all on own. But the trainers were ready. Let's go! And they hoped they were god enough to stop clones. Author's note, BTW, the attack of the clones thing is a pun on Star Wars, if you don't know. No, I'm not a troll. I'm a human. And if you don't like, don't read. And if you flame, that means you're just jealous. Otherwise, thanks for review. Chapter 4. Author's note. I know I'm not very good at spelling, but I don't think it matters. You can still understand me, right? Besides, English not first language. Also, I have not played Pokemon games, so I don't know how to spell certain moves, okay? But like I said, it don't matter, and Sarah and Jake find themselves in Saffron City, and saw clones everywhere. They're everywhere, said Jake. Don't worry, said Sarah, and then Eevee turned into an Umbreon. But it was still pink. Mew3 ordered the clones to attack, and they started to blow buildings. No, there were people in there, said Jake. Galad, go. Then Gallade came out. It was blue and white and shiny. Sicko Cut, ordered Jake, and then the Gallade used Sicko Cut, which hurt a wheezing clone. Then a Charizard started to breathe fire at them, but Eevee turned into Vaporeon to stop it. Then it used Hydro Pimp. Then more clones came, and Eevee changed form to stop them, but there were too many of them. There are too many of them, sad Jake. And then they sent out a bunch of other Pokemon, and they started to do well against clones, but there were still too many. Then Siraj looked up in the sky and saw someone with purple hair riding on Garchomp. It was Paul. Leave her alone, you damn clones, said Paul, and he sent out a bunch of Pokemon and beat up the rest of the clones. Thank you, Paul, said Sarah. No problem, said Paul. Jew's here to help. Jake was jealous because Paul was look amazing, but Sarah didn't notice. Suddenly, Mew3 in the sky. Attention, everyone! I have just beat Mewtwo, and now I will destroy all humans. No one can stop me. I can, said Sarah, and Mew3 laughed. How will you beat me when I am up here and you are down there? I will kill you from sky, and you not reach me. He's right, said Jake. But then Umbreon grew big yellow wings and flew up to Mew3. What? Said Mew3. How did you do that? It was special modify, said Umbreon. You talk too, said Mew3. And then Umbreon used Feint and Attack, and it was super effective. So Mewtwo used genetics on your Pokemon. I didn't expect this. I will have to retreat. But I'll be back for revenge, said Mew3, and then he teleported away. No fair, said Jake. How did that happen? Asked Sarah. Mewtwo gave me extra special genetics, said Umbreon, then turned back to Eevee. I am sorry for keeping secret. It's okay, said Sarah, but we need to find Mew3. We should train for next math. I'll get you, Mew3.